Hi there. In today's video, I would like to quickly walk through union data setup and configuration within HCM TradeSeal. TradeSeal was designed to support the complexities of union payroll and prevailing wage compliance by separating data into distinct components that work together during payroll calculations. At a minimum, union setup typically involves employees, employee demographic and payroll information, rates, base pay rates tied to a union, a position or class, a job number, or a combination of those fields, benefits, union-specific deductions, employer contributions, fringe credits, and informational reporting items, jobs, if applicable, projects and work locations that determine which rates and rules apply. And then also something that I will not cover in today's video is the time data. We have separate resources for this, but this is what would essentially match up with those pieces of information within Data Manager to populate our rate validation screen for you. When payroll is processed, TradeSeal automatically evaluates the employee's work performed and applies the appropriate rates, benefits, and compliance rules based upon the data that was configured within the system. Now, why is TradeSeal designed this way? Union payroll can become difficult to manage because rates and benefits often vary based upon union local, classification or class, job number, geographic area, collective bargaining agreements, effective dates. Rather than requiring manual calculations or multiple spreadsheets, TradeSeal centralizes these rules into a structured data model that allows calculations to be applied consistently and automatically. So what I would like to show now is if you were to configure your data, this is the mainframe of your TradeSeal instance. Please come into Data Manager. I'm not going to touch on employees too much. This is effectively where the employee-specific base rate will live. Now, specific to a union, this is where you'll upload your rate data. Oftentimes, what we will see is clients will input their union number that's specific to them. In our sample data, we have IBEW 456. For this position in class, the rate is 2405. And additionally, if you need something specific for the certified payroll reporting, you can notate that here. Similarly, within the earnings deductions and fringe benefits section, you'll have your name of the type of specific benefit. You can have a code related to it. It can be specific to the union number. In this example, there's multiple positions and classes that are associated with this benefit. So if we remember from the rates, we had A1, but then we also had A2, A3. Well, here, we can list out via comma denominator the different positions that are associated. You are also able to specify what type it is. So we have deductions, infos, and earnings. We have another resource for that, which I can highlight as well, which dives into our types. And then also we have our supported calculation methods here. You would input the amount and then specify whether or not it is a French credit. And then any notes that are related, you can upload to your data manager as well. So why are all of these components separate? The employees at a high level, this is who is getting paid. The rates are how much should an employee be getting paid if they work for a specific union. The benefits are what deductions from fringe obligations or employer contributions should be applied. And then time data, like I said, how many hours were worked and where. And as I said before, we have other resources on that, and I will make sure to link that below.